Previously on Survivor Branford. With 11 players left in the game, a tribe swap took everyone by surprise. The unstable trio of Pat, Ralph, and Dennis were joined on the New Mariners by Ryan and Steven, while Haley, Michelle, and Sam remained on the Smugglers and were joined by Lisa, Lexi, and Danny, the latter of which was not chosen, but joined the tribe after they lost immunity. On the New Mariners, Steven and Ryan couldn't believe their luck, that despite being down in the numbers, they joined such a fractured trio. The two quickly aligned with Pat and began discussing whether it would be Ralph or Dennis if they had to go to tribal council. The new Smugglers were in a no-win situation, as two solid groups of three began attempting to find cracks in the other side. With the returning players in agreement that it would be either Haley or Danny to get the boot, both sides were reluctant to vote out one of their own. Under the threat of a rock draw, it was Lexi and Lisa who acquiesced, flipping on their old ally Danny, resulting in an anything but clean 5-1 vote. 10 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
I'm really surprised by that. So Sam and I played hardball and we told them we will go 2 rocks if it comes to that. Would I have gone 2 rocks? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, no. They believed it, and Sam and I are in a good position moving forward because of it. I said it from the start that I wasn't going to write Haley's name down, and in a revote I would have stuck to that. But again, if it came down to the negotiations afterward, it would have been interesting to see how that played out. Lisa and Lexi got scared. They knew Sam and I meant business. Although Sam did, I didn't.
It was literally a game time call, right before we walked over. We were like,
Yeah, because I feel like I got played a little bit on that one.
I'm sorry, we were just like, at the last minute, we were like, all right, let's put our faith in Sam and Michelle.
Yeah, to have a result like that come out, like what?
Literally walking over, we were like, all right, we'll go with that.
We just need to win this next
Yeah,
time.
let's win this challenge.
Honestly, but I do appreciate it. It made things a lot easier.
My big worry is that Michelle and Sam will just pick me and Lexi off next instead of sticking with their word and going with Haley. I really hope we can stay together as a 5. I really like to be loyal to people. If we can keep it together, I think we have a good shot of making it far in the game.
I mean, I feel like we both know like the tribal lines were kind of split there, but I felt like in the end I had a better shot with Danny. I feel like we'll be a more cohesive tribe this way into the merge.
Yeah, I agree.
If we stick together as a tribe and all make these decisions together, it'll be better than having us go into the merge, already divided.
Yeah.
I may be like a strategist, but I'm not a backstabber. I feel like that's not something I like to do.
Honestly, kind of surprised with how that vote went. Thought it was going to be a 3-3 split between all of us. I guess the girls came around and decided that they could vote out Danny. Apparently, having to do a revote and pulling rocks was not really in the plans for them, so I'm glad that gets to stick around.
So I was the one that kind of bet on Danny, so I was the one that flipped. I did that as a olive branch to hopefully have a good connection with you, and so I hope that going forward you can remember that. I thought that you and I could work very well together, and so I kind of put myself at risk for the sake of hopefully being able to work together with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I definitely was thinking of working with you as well, so.
Yeah.
And I was very shocked with how that vote went. I thought it was going to be a 3-3, so.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, here's the thing. You have some explaining.
What do you mean I have some explaining to do? I voted the exact way I told you I was going to vote.
Okay.
So why do I have explaining to do?
So what was the deal with Lisa?
What do you mean the deal with Lisa?
We had 5 votes, Danny, 1 vote for Haley.
I can't control how she votes. I said I was going to be the deciding factor. What does it matter? How tight are you, Michelle?
How tight?
Is there a possibility that you're open to getting her out? That was a huge olive branch for me, to you and to Haley, because I saved her. I already gave you voting one of my players out. I'm not gonna I can't do that again. I can't just bend for every move you want to make. You have to also reciprocate that. Or to me, that shows that this alliance is one-sided. I said something to Sam, kind of warming him up and trying to see if he was open to exploring voting Michelle out if we had to make another decision as that group. and he seemed like pretty closed off to it and defensive. And then after, I did notice him trying to like grab Michelle. I had a feeling he was gonna tell her that I had vocalized that to him and then putting a target on my back.
I need some time to consider that. That's not fair to give me a yes or no answer scenario right now.
I give you a sign of good faith and like putting my ass on the line.
Okay, but
and
if it
putting
wasn't,
majority
but
in
if
your
it wasn't
favor.
you, something shady went down before that tribal council. Everyone went into that thinking it was going to be a 3-3 split. I think I got played. I think the whole time they knew it was going to be Danny, and I got played for a fool because that was unanimous. And from what I was gathering, it was very strongly going to be a 3-3. So we got to win this immunity challenge. I'll just say that. Haley, Michelle, I hope this was worth it.
I'm interested in what happens on that tribe. I think it doesn't look good for Dan, to be honest, considering like the allegiances over there.
Really? I'm thinking about it now. Let's say they do, because of their like internal politics, throw out Dan here. Like, they're like really putting themselves at a disadvantage for challenges, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
no guys, literally just Sam.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like personally, if Dan voted for us to win and we lost, I would have to give him props for like voting for us, you know?
Yeah, I can't. I'm surprised he made that call.
Same. I was like, dude, I think we've got this in the bag.
I'm a little worried about the next challenge. Based on last year, the girls have a really good advantage in basically every puzzle building challenge. It's basically guys versus girls plus Sam. But we've got to beat in physicality. I'm thinking that the girls are actually going to win the next challenge if we don't merge.
If we merge
Would you guys
now, like, would we be the Mariners and pick off the Smugglers? If we're 5-5 merged, we have to get one of that core 4 group on. Once one of them's
That's
on,
true.
then-
That's true. Yes.
then we're okay. Lexi and Sam are really close, and Lisa and Michelle are also pretty close, and they were all on Survivor last season, so I feel like they're going to just form this alliance and be like, this is who we're rolling with. The one bit of intel that you might not know is that Sam and Michelle will not vote against each other. They are both very worried that once one of them gets kicked out, the other one is the next to go.
That's tough to hear though, that going into this thing we could be up against like a very tight group.
A tight group.
So if we don't kind of get ourselves together, we have to like keep our group relatively sound, because their group, from what I hear from Steven, is like locked in, rock solid. And if we go in like all hating each other, that's not gonna end well.
Their whole team is like close from last Survivor.
Yeah.
I'm worried that they're gonna roll into the merge and be like, deal with it. I mean, they like drafted intentionally along Bond lines, I felt like. If we merge after this vote, we need to get Haley or Danny on our side.
I think it's good though, because like it galvanizes us. Like we all seem to understand that if we don't go in against them as a unified front, we're screwed.
I'm really not sure where I stand still. I like to think Ryan and Steven do want to work with me, and also Patrick. I don't think that Ralph does want to work with me, so I'm hoping the 4 of us really are together. Looking for an idol, finally looking a new spot and see a familiar brown piece of packaging and go over to pick it up and the toilet paper roll. So that was a bit deflating to me.
feel like I do want to target attorneys to some extent. I want to do that to make you feel comfortable that I'm not just like gaslighting everyone to get returnees to a certain point.
It is
like,
true.
I want
new folks are
I want to break it up, and that's how it goes. Like attorneys will go eventually, and it's just out. You gotta be in the cracks for it. And I think it was dumb that they picked people that they were very closely aligned with last season and or obviously very closely aligned with this season. And being on that tribe together will emphasize that close ability and make them targets going forward. Some of them are my allies, but hopefully going forward, if we do reach a merge, that the ones that are my allies are the ones I can keep in, and we can cut out some of their extensions and allies like Lisa and Lexi.
Sam's probably keeping Michelle around because he thinks she's a bigger target, to be honest.
Yeah, so Sam and Michelle were like, hey, we have to be together because once one of us goes, the other one's gonna go. I'm also still worried about the returners versus newbies. Only newbies have been voted out. If the 5 of us stay strong, that's a really compelling argument to pull Haley or Danny to our side.
Something I'll say about Sam.
He's not strategic, but he has a plan coming in and he wants to commit to it.
Yeah,
so.
like he's probably really ride or die with Michelle right now.
It's just fun.
It's gonna be hard to put a wedge in there. He seems like the type of guy who writes his strategy down on a piece of paper like a year in advance, you know?
Oh man, so we just gotta find that paper.
Survivors ready? Yeah. Go! Let's go, Steven! Here! This forward!
Right there, go, dig.
You're going, Your left a little, forward, stop! Look down! You're touching it! Keep going, left, Steven.
Yeah, dig, go, good.
Going, keep going. You're at the water, you're almost at the water. Alright, Dennis! Forward, you got a good piece. Keep going, a little to your right, keep going. Down, stop. Right underneath you, you got it.
I don't know if it's this deep.
Left, Dennis.
Maybe forward a little bit more then?
Straight. You're good, Ralph. You're going. Forward, to your right there. Right. Alright, you're good. Pat. My voice. You're right a little to your right. Forward, you're coming right to me. You're doing good. Forward. Phone's right there. I think you scraped it already. Right there.
Right there.
Water, to your right.
Forward.
Right, guys,
Forward.
back.
Right. Forward.
Right,
Left.
Right.
Down, right there.
Right here, right
there.
to my voice.
Good.
You're right at the wall. You're about to be. It's right there. All right, climb up. Tables to your right, a little to your right.
Straight down. Right there, the left. Run, Lisa. Okay, and you're coming to the thing, get it half. Okay, good. Perfect, Lisa. Oh, okay.
Right to my voice. The wall's almost here. Go a little slower. Keep going. Wall. Okay. All right.
Okay, left hand, one over. Well, no, leave that. Now, move your left hand. Okay, switch that one with, actually.
Yep, switch the second and third letters. Switch the second letter, put it upside down. Yep, 180.
That one, yep, and the last one.
Okay, good.
Switch to 4th, turn it upside down. All right, we're good.
Come on, Haley. And jump.
Ralph.
And put down.
We got more. Keep going.
Flip them all upside down. Flip them upside down.
All right,
Table's in front of you.
Did I fuck up with the
No, you're good. Spread them out. You only have 3. Okay. Switch the second in first. Rotate the first one 90 degrees other way. Yep.
Next the one you just put down, and then this one here. Okay. Left, right, put it right here. Up. Yep, right there. Good.
Degrees other way. Move all of those words to your right. All those letters to your right.
Okay, come on, up. Jump. Yep. Okay, now can you? Yep.
You need to move this word to your right. To your right. No, the one under it. Yeah, move that word.
Sam. Yep. Left hand. Put it on the left. Touch the one next to it. Rotate the one in that hand right now. Keep rotating. One more. And now swap it with the hand, the letter right next to it.
This one?
Yep.
All these letters left. And then the word on top. Pull it down.
Last letter. Switch it with the one right next to it.
This one?
Yep. Done. Say it. Next number.
Right here, Pat. Right here.
Left hand. Switch those two.
Right here, Pat.
No. Yep. Good. Say it.
Got it.
Next up the merge.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Things have been pretty calm after that last challenge. Definitely felt good to win, not have myself on the chopping block.
You went straight to the cone that I guess you said did. Yeah. And I was like so excited that you were right at the cone, and I.
Thank God that we won that challenge. That would have been substantially on me. Now we have numbers going into the merge, so I'm very optimistic. And if we can stay strong, 5v4, I think Sam and Lexi have incredible social games. I think Lisa has strong leadership skills to begin with. Haley, as a newcomer into the game, has really adapted very well early on.
Dennis is the type of guy that makes you come around. I was very excited. We were both very excited. Well, and then I think Patrick and Dennis could definitely have an alliance. Danny was talking and he was like saying like, oh, I don't know how much I trust Dennis. And Patrick was like, oh well, this and this, and like trying to make like almost like a case for him. Or I'm just paranoid.
Yeah. I think that's where this starts setting in.
We align ourselves with Dennis, and
I think that's dangerous.
but like just to see who he and them are planning on voting for. Try to get a name out of that.
I'll just say floppers don't flow.
Because also if you guys say you're voting for Dennis and we're pretending to be very like disjoint, it would make sense for us. Well, because what we'll do is we'll go back, talk to Ryan, and try to be like, oh yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
We'll swat.
I think the 5 of us are pretty good in terms of going into the merge. We're just gonna see what happens with the other team and who they vote out. In terms of the 5 of us that are still together, we are thinking that Dennis probably has a good target on his back. We have a lot of threats. I feel like Sam, Michelle, they're both big threats. Lisa's a good game player. I don't know, I think our team in general is just kind of a threat at this point. So hopefully that diverts the attention away from me, but we'll see.
I mean, I trust Ryan more than I trust
Sam. That is absolutely the case with me. I also just feel like I'm, I don't know. Dennis and I have the beef in the past from me. I mean, I don't think it's like a serious beef, but if there's any beef on the scale, a little tiny piece of beef, oh, you gonna eat that?
Really mad about that last challenge right now. I thought we were at least on pace with the other team. I think it strongly affects our next moves because we were kind of hoping to have that 5-4 advantage going into the merge. I think our plan going forward is voting out Ralph.
Yeah, I still feel good about you. Absolutely, I do, yeah.
Still on Ralph.
Ralph believes it is Dennis. He might even just straight up, no, I don't think he's gonna straight up tell him this time. Like, for some reason, he completely came around on exactly what I was freaking telling him at the start of the game. And he's not gonna tell him, but that's what he believes, and he's searching, scrambling for the clue.
Dude, I appreciate what you're doing right now, and I really do trust you.
I've got him in the kitchen right now, scrambling for the clue. He still thinks it's in there.
Seriously, where is this clue?
I'm pretty confident Ralph doesn't have like the idol, so like hopefully it should be smooth sailing.
It's crazy to believe that someone didn't find it.
Plus, I'm scared if he makes it to the merge, he might join the super PAC.
I think he honestly could like win the game because he'll join up with all these people, and then people like duke it out, and I'll be like, oh, look who's here. And
No, I completely agree.
Yeah,
So,
so I think that's how we have to.
I think this is the move.
It's clear we're gonna vote Ralph.
What's the problem with the game? Nobody is able to just stick to their guns. You say you're gonna do something, stick with it.
Like if we really do vote out Ralph, like everything, like that could be good. Like now we'll know, like we can trust each other, and like we just need to find that fifth. I'm hoping that everyone really is on board with the plan to get out Ralph, and Ralph's the only one voting for me.
I'm still on board 100%, Ralph. He said for the first time that he's not going to tip you off this time. Last I left him, he was still running through cabinets in the kitchen. So that's where he's at. Right now, the plan is still, as far as I know, voting Ralph. I feel like I'm on the inside with Steven and Ryan, and Dennis is sort of the outside of the fourth thing. Unless he finds the clue and upsets the whole game, and who even knows what happened. Okay.
Yes, I'm still looking. Now it's a pride thing.
I mean, that's tough. That makes any alliance with him dangerous because he's gonna just tell people exactly.
Yeah, like we can't do that post-merge.
The fear that he can join that other group is real. I think it'll go 4-1.
Yeah.
I found it! I was exploring and find myself trapped. I'm stuck in this cave, all my energy sapped. Inside a low passage, black is all I see. Be brave, stick your hand in, and rescue me.
I don't know how we kind of joined this tribe and no one cares about us.
I know.
And there's drama on all of them.
So I just found the clue, and I told everybody that I'd tell them where the clue. If I found the clue, I'd tell them that I found it, but I really want the first crack at finding the idol.
This vote, I think, should be on Ralph. Pat has been more than willing to be like a team player and collaborate and let someone go, and I think he realizes Ralph is a sinking ship.
Plan is still Ralph.
How do you feel about this?
I don't.
Yeah.
But you and
I don't trust him, but I feel like he doesn't have a choice but to work with us right now.
Correct. We lucked out big time with this swap.
I was exploring and find myself trapped. I'm stuck in this cave, all my energy sapped. Inside a low passage, black is all I see. Be brave, stick your hand in rescue me.
We're gonna vote out Ralph, and Ralph thinks we're voting out Dennis. So, pretty sure all the votes are going to Ralph and Dennis, and I'm just gonna go with it. I'm voting Ralph, and I think it's gonna be 4-1.
I found the clue, and based on the message in the clue, I checked where I thought it would be. Didn't find it.
New Mariners, welcome to Tribal Council. This has been such a back and forth season. You were pretty even before the swap, and now each tribe has been after the swap. Dennis, after a swap, what's going through your mind? There's just supposed to be a lot of strategies to consider. How are you going to maintain old relationships while building the new? So what are your priorities when a swap happens?
I mean, there's a lot of unknown, obviously, but at the same time, I didn't really feel like I was getting a great position in the other tribes. So, like, in some way, guys, like, welcome, like, mixing it up.
Did anybody feel like the swap was just horrible timing for them and disrupted a lot of their plans and their game?
At first, I felt that way, and then I got to know this tribe, and I was like...
I think ultimately, regardless of what was happening on your individual tribe, it's nice to be able to get, like, more personal time with those different bonds.
That's a great point, Ryan. Ralph, do you feel like for your game, it's only going to be better for you going into the merge, having more options now, knowing more people that are in the game?
No, I actually think that with other factors, of course, that are gonna disrupt my plans.
If body language could talk, Pat, yours would not be saying good things right now. What's on your mind?
It's always tough to be a tribal council, and this is the smallest tribal council I'm a part of.
So not a lot of places to hide this
I think
group?
there's not a lot of places to hide, but as somebody who's been looking for clues all day, there's quite a few.
Okay, then let's shift the conversation a little bit. Catch me up on that. Were the clues hard to find? Do you know if they've been found? What about idols? Are they out there?
I could not be there to tell you what's going on.
I have a feeling the clue was at least found, but whether or not that idol is around.
Do you as a group think that you will continue to maintain that unity after this vote? Or are you guys going to just tear yourselves apart with this on the verge of a merge?
It's really hard because we'll go into the merge down 4 or 5. What I'm hopeful we can do is stay the 4 of us and recruit one of them and start getting that majority.
Regardless of which 4 make it through this vote, you would all tell me that you're staying as a tight foursome moving forward through the merge. What was it that bonded you so quickly? I mean, you spent more time with your original groups than with this group.
I would like to think that it's because of the last challenge.
Even the first challenge. That beanbag, that was
Oh,
like...
yeah. Two challenges
that
together.
struck the heart chord.
We feel like we've been through a lot, and we feel like it really brought us together.
Is it going to be difficult to lose a member, regardless of who that person is that's voted out?
It always is. You know, honestly, it's funny how it almost gets easier and harder later in the game. It becomes easier, but it also becomes more intimate when you're spending the time with these people.
I feel like a little bit guilty that I'm telling you it's time to vote and forcing one of you out of the game when you're such a tight fivesome. So, does anybody want to say anything else to just delay the inevitable just a little bit longer?
It felt to me like joining this new tribe was a bunch of folks who were in the minority of their old tribe coming together, realizing that, and feeling like there was a kinship here. So I'm very sorry that one of us will be going, and I hope that we'll be back stronger than ever.
Great sentiment to end things on. Is there any other comments before we get to the vote? All right, so then Ralph, you are up first.
I'm either crazy, ideally, or I'm just stupid.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I'll read the votes. First vote, Dennis. Ralph. 1 vote Ralph, 1 vote Dennis. Ralph. 2 votes Ralph, 1 vote Dennis. 5th person voted out of Survivor Branford, Ralph. Ralph, that's 3. That's all it takes this time. Bring me your torch. Ralph, time to switch.
So the vote happened more or less what I thought was going to happen. There was an extra vote for me, which I was a little bit surprised. I thought we were going to be going 3-2 Dennis, but it is what it is. For my oyster shells, I would like to give... Let's just give all 5 to Michelle. The oyster shells are going to come in handy now with the merge, and I think since she's got such a massive target on her back, and those 4 are pretty close, I think they're going to try to focus her and Sam out, and then Lisa afterwards or before. So I think she's going to need them for whatever they do.